Lisa Gawlas, Masters, you are now out of time completely. Webpage, www.mysoulcenter.com. Well, hallelujah, I'm back. Thank you again for waiting, and waiting and waiting. There was a few common themes through each of the 4 readings yesterday. I know as the days and more readings unfold, more understanding and information will come through, but for today, here is what I am understanding. We are out of time. Every person showed up outside my office, literally outside, and each person hovering about 6 feet above the ground. As I acquaint myself to what the new field looks like, my new reading field, it was made very clear that anyone showing up outside is out of time, literally outside of time-space. The karmic field in which they incarnated to clean up has been totally cleared. So if we think of it this way, the effects of gravity has no hold on those without old karma that keeps one bound to a certain place or thing. Even as I write that, and think about where I am now living, I hear a but lol. Damn it. I'll get to that but in a moment, I hope lol. First let's understand the word karma as my team uses it. The majority of us, when we were born, had karmic blueprints embedded into our DNA so that we would, one day when the time was right, cross paths with others, with areas, to finish up unresolved energy. To master that field of energy. So many times we hear the word karma and think negative things. Not all karma is negative, a lot is actually very positive too. But even the positive could be unresolved in its mastery. Let's take 2 examples that I am seeing right now. That perfect job you once held, instantly my own mind goes back to Terminix lol, and how much you loved it, how good you were at it, how it and you thrived together. Then one day it all just fell apart. That is because you mastered the perfection of that place and there is no need to linger, but time to go on to other adventures. Same with some relationships, be it friendships or love interests. You mastered the perfection of togetherness. The task became completed, the energy receded. We, as humans, get rather hung up on the forever gig. There are many levels of experience and inexperience happening all at once on the earth plane. For some just acquainting themselves with the earth realm and its intense dualities, the newer souls or even some of the older souls who just wanted to be here for this grand event, may actually be in long-term relationships, jobs, whatever. Then again, there are many long-term relationships, that includes jobs, areas and things as well, that are long past its expiration point, but familiarity keeps them in place. These precious souls are still working out their own karma, their own mastery. These folks, if I ever read for them, would show up in my office space. Just to be clear, this has nothing to do with the field's layout for the few days I actually did readings back in August. The field, we have changed since then, so has the layout of the readings. Another thing that comes with being out of time is that we have access to all time. Also, my team is using the words time, frequency and dimension as one and the same thing. If we change the timeline 1 iota, then we equally change the frequency to match that timeline and the dimension it exists within. You cannot change one without changing all 3. All 4 people had very different attributes as part of their energy for accessing timelines. This too, is the keynote of a master. And let me tell you, you are a master. That was repeated over and over and over again yesterday. You are not becoming anything, you are. You are unique unto yourself as are your skills. For example, I was able to see your skills, but I have no clue how you are going to use them to your fullness. I don't have access to that information, only you do. No one else can tell you the depth of your abilities, it is for you to use and perfect. All I am doing is opening the window shade for you to see what you have upon your energy field. Now, let me give you a few examples. The Merlin clan, smile, uses their clothes, the colors of their clothes as magic enhancers. My first lady on the field yesterday was of the Merlin clan. She had on this thick beautiful robe that instantly reminded me of Merlin, but the design and color flow was unique to her skills. The palette was this light infused blue with images patterns of something I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was maroon trimmed in a deep gold throughout her robe. Her homework was to start to use and understand the maroon and gold together, then add in the blue because it enhances and changes her magic. As I find the image for today's sharing, I am suddenly compelled to add this. My Merlin lady had her arms and hands held in exactly the position shown in the art I used for this sharing. Her hands an open container drawing in whatever she was focused on, which would include timelines as well. Her arms fused together to create the wand of creation. At first her open hands were aligned with her third eye, and as she moved her arms downwards towards her heart, I could feel the energies intensify, become stronger in her creation magic. Another lady, she had 6 pointed star spurs on the back of her bare feet. This is how she accessed timelines. I have no idea what clan she hails from, I guess that wasn't important. Yet or was so unfamiliar to me, her teen did not attempt to confuse me more than I already was. These cowboy-looking spurs were at the back of her heels, her bare feet, and these spurs were a part of her heels. The left side accessed consciousness, the right side the spiritual emotion. Which reminds me, things have changed even in our right and left sides since I last did readings. The left side now represents consciousness as opposed to our physical life. This being due to the fact we are no longer held to time. Each morning we wake up, we start at 0 time. What we feel and engage in, sets the timeline we are going to experience in that day. Of course, it always changeable as the day goes on, and it changes by what we are consciously focused on. Let me share a quote that I am hearing right now. Master your moments of experience. And I had a lady with antennas coming out of her head. This was weird as it was cool to see. The antenna that was constantly on was the right antenna. The emotional antenna. It was tapping into particular grids depending on what my lady was feeling. The left antenna was particles and only became form when she had a conscious desire. And the word desire is incredibly inadequate, but the only word I can use to come close to explaining this. The particles became form, her left antenna merging with the right antenna and changing the grid axis. To me, the grids looked like slices of honeycombs scattered all over space. There are, more or less, different vibrations, experiences of consciousness. And then there was someone near and dear to my heart, and her reading makes even more sense this morning than it did yesterday. She challenged me in understanding, let me tell ya. 'Cause she was outside like everyone else, yet, her wrists were bound by this rope. She moved to align with my sliding glass doors, looking inside. Then I shifted my vision to my office space, and about 2 feet in front of me were 6 white baby mice. What the hell is that? Mice has your reach for life bound up? What? OHHHH6, soul partnership, babies, a new relationship that is a soul partnership. The mouse pays attention to details, stealth and invisibility. She told me she met a new friend about 3 months ago. Her friend is very life-oriented instead of seeing the bigger picture of spirit. Yet, they do have a common desire together, an intentional community. My beautiful lady's task is to help her new friend go beyond duality, to see and experience the bigger picture. This is a very important soul relationship, and her friend came on board in this particular time to assist my lady with her mastery of relieving duality. For an intentional community, as they desire to work duality must become an asset instead of a detriment. This is the same lady who helped relieve the duality of my car payment from me and took it on as her own. Well, she paid off my high-interest note and I pay her back interest-free. I almost forgot. Lol, going back to our placements on Earth, we are moving around, shifting like crazy where we are shine the most light. Where we can and will harness a great amount of power and energy through our being and equally, assisting to loosen the energies of dense duality to a place of power, of light. It is only this morning I am hearing the use of the phrase clans. The body of energies we have come here to embody and use. There are many, many clans I have never heard of, therefore I cannot assign a name to them yet. However, as I typed out the Merlin clan above, I instantly heard an "you're from the A.A. Michael clan." Really? Well, here is another twist I couldn't have imagined. So is the dude we know and love as Jesus. I know my team heard my inner questioning about Sananda, one of my greatest teachers allies upon this journey. Well, even he had to hail from a clan as well. Incarnations are like that. Unlike what we think of as clans on Earth, there is a constant sharing of each other. Of our skills, our energies, binding and tying them together for grander experiences. So other clans will show up to enhance their part in your part, teach you us how to bind their magic in our magic and vice versa. This will be the true communities that form a partnership, a tapestry so blended and cohesive we don't know where one energy starts and another ends. This is exactly what happened as I shifted to Florida. The masters, the clans of my tapestry came together so bountifully to produce the magic gifted to my mother in her last 3 months of life, which was gifted to the whole, to and through the ALL and forever, changed time as we know it. We entered an amazing place as we transitioned into October, the last quarter of this phase of our growth. We will, to quote Spirit from yesterday, dock into 2017 fully alive. The energy of 2017 as I see it this morning is a light-emitting emerald green. On that note, I have to get ready to go to the office. Again, thank you for the long wait to get back into the field of spirit again. You are so incredibly appreciated. I love and honor you so damn much. Big hugs, filled with magic and truth to and through all. Lisa Gawlas, webpage, www.mysoulcenter.com. P.S. I have put together a special using the energy of 1, new beginnings, and 5, change, on my 15 and 30-minute reading sessions. Save 15% through the 23rd, another 5 energy there lol, on 15 and 30-minute readings. Type in coupon code changes to receive discount.
And who can say